Sometimes you just need a little more breath. I'm going to show you a useful somatic tool that you can implement anywhere. Use it in your car, at the office, when you're going for a walk, or at home, especially if a sudden bout of anxiousness or worry hits. As per usual, remember to opt out of anything I suggest and to listen to what your body needs. I invite you to try staircase breath. What this does is it adds a bit more than a typical breath in yoga. So in a standard yoga practice, there's often inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. But when it comes to stress and anxiety, what your body might need is a little more distraction. So what staircase breath does is it focuses away from the chattering and the loop that can happen when you might be experiencing anxiety or a stressful state. So it draws attention away from that and it brings more attention to a calming area of the body. Again, more in the parasympathetic mode. Another thing that it does is it introduces you to a breath ratio idea without it being too overwhelming. So it's a great accessible way to begin breath ratios. What staircase breath is, I'll demonstrate it, is basically it's taking sips of breath like you're walking a staircase. You know how you walk up the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. We don't necessarily need to count the steps because that can be a little too much, but it's just the idea of taking sips. And then coming down is taking the elevator down. So it's using that beautiful imagery of walking up the stairs and taking the elevator down in a smooth ride. And so with the elevator down at the breath, it's a little more long than what you did walking up the stairs. So I'll just demonstrate that. As I said, I would. Inhaling. So you can see I did about 4 or 5 up the stairs and then taking the elevator down. Like that. So again, it's not about counting the steps. It's not even about, oh, how long am I going down the elevator? It's more just focusing on the action and the imagery. So if you'd like to come along with me on this, I would love to try to do 5 of these. Now remember, please opt out of the rest of them if it is too overwhelming for your system. One thing to try is to maybe do 1 or 2 at first, and then come back another day and then do more if it feels good. But 5 is a nice minimum. That's usually about a 30-second window that the body can generally tolerate eventually. Let's begin. I might not talk too much out of this, so what I might do is hand actions so that you can be guided along. If you're ready, you can just stay in your easy sitting position like this. And if you want to close your eyes, you can, if that feels nice. We'll start. Begin your inhale. Begin your next inhale. Get in the elevator, go down. Next inhale. Remember sips. Smooth ride down. Exhale, lengthen if you can. Next, inhale, sips. Go up the stairs. Ride the elevator. Be safe, be well, be there in your elevator. Last one. Up the stairs, but this time change it to a mountain. Going up the mountain in easy steps. Maybe even stopping here for a quick sec to look at the vista. Beautiful. The sky is open. And come down in the gondola. If you like to keep your eyes closed, I encourage you to continue with that. Let's take a quick moment to pause and see how that felt. Did you notice some distraction away from any nagging thoughts or uncomfortable feelings? Beautiful. It's okay to notice everything, even if something didn't feel that changed. You are the expert of your body, of where you are. And I invite you to observe with gentle, loving kindness towards yourself. Your process is your own and nobody else's. If you had your eyes closed, I encourage you to open them now. Definitely hope that you felt some benefits from that. I would love to hear some feedback from you on what you thought of this practice. And if you want to continue watching my videos, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know that you're getting my videos. And I also offer a free somatic mini journey that you can find in the links below. It's a 2-part wonderful map of how somatic yoga works and why it's so powerful for healing. And of course, you can also subscribe to my newsletter just to say hi and for me to give you more of these somatic updates. And I also share a lot of my personal journey in there. We'll see you on the next one. Beautiful Thrivers! If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so I can deliver more of this content to you. Sending lots of light and love, and see you next time.